So this evening is happy hour. If you guys see in the chat, should be a link there or my Cash App where you guys can purchase or read. If you guys are interested or question, you guys can click the link or via Cash App, or also you can do it in my description box. So, alrighty, let's see. So I have a few spaces if you guys are interested. I hope everybody's doing well. I don't like my cards in reverse. Okay, so I can show them my cards. Alright. So, I'm going to start the read. The list is still open if you guys are interested in a question or however many questions you feel or think you may need. Just leave your name and your question in the note section of your payment if it fits. Okay, if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine. Just let me know. Okay, let me see. I'm going to update the list. So yeah, I have some space if y'all are interested. Come on now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the list, and we're going to start with Alexis. All right, Miss Alexis, let's start with you. You got timestamp 219. Let's get it. Let's see. Let me find your questions here. Where is... Okay. Okay, there you are. How soon will you and this person next meet up? Like, what time frame will we be doing, or we will be doing a photography collaboration? Okay, let's see. Potentially a time frame surrounding this next meetup. Divine Spirit, what is the potential? Ooh, that's this card. Holy Spirit. Alexis, the person in question, you don't have a collaboration photography. Whoa. Okay. This is not giving me like a time frame. I don't know if there's something lucrative that's supposed to come from whatever this photo shoot is, like money is involved or something like that with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. Like some type of, it's going to benefit the both of you in some instance. Like, I'm not sure what the collab is about, but it seems like it could possibly be something lucrative. There is like a middle person in this. Like, this King of Swords kind of looks like the man in the 10 of Pentacles here, and there's two other people obviously conversing. So it could be like, I'm not sure, it's like a person that is ahead of this or is in charge of this collaboration. Like, I don't feel like it's the photographer, but it feels like one other person that's like the head of this whole thing. And it seems like your person is still getting information from this other person. So it's kind of like they're playing something by ear. So they're not, like certain details or something is still being sorted out, or this person is kind of waiting for something like to solidify or close out. I just heard, so it's something with that, or maybe like money. Maybe the money is still needed in some way, or it's like there's things that need to be panned out. Hmm. It's not telling me though. I don't want to pull too many cards, but the timing on this. Hmm. Potentially the time frame. Potentially the Fool. It's kind of up in the air. I feel like it's up in the air with the Fool card. Um, because there's something that's not quite set in stone yet. Like it's still some details needing to be put together, and it seems like your person in question is getting like the details of the information or waiting for this King of Swords to provide some type of information or like what's the right word? Like a finalization of something. That's what I get from this. It could still be in between like the cooler months. Yeah, it could still like around the winter season still potentially, and no later than probably like early spring, if that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right. Let me see. Your second question was, what will your next meetup be like? What will you guys do together? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Holy Spirit, the next meetup potentially between Alexis and her person of interest. What will they do together, Holy Spirit? What do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? What do you want her to know? What do you want Alexis to know? Eight of Wands. Ooh, okay. Strength card. Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like Spirit is like encouraging you to make something happen. So I'm not sure if this is going to be before or after, or shortly after, maybe even this collaboration, this like photo shoot or photography thing. Like if it's short after that, like where let's say for instance, like maybe you guys just plan to do the photo shoot and then that's that, but then maybe you suggest, you know, doing something or whatever, making some type of plans like shortly after, or this is around or before the time, like I said, the whole photography thing. So it's either before or shortly after that, it feels like to me. And I see you being the initiate of this with the Strength card, the Eight of Wands. The Seven of Swords in reverse is like, I don't feel like this person is avoiding or running from meeting up with you or seeing you or doing something together. I really feel like it's up to you. And like to be realistic and honest, like I'm not seeing what you will do together because that's not, that's not here. You would have to take some type of action first and foremost to even get something going or to meet up with this person. But I feel like it's up to you. Like with the Eight of Wands and the Strength, this is like on you to assert it. If that makes sense. Not in a pushy way, but just kind of like put it out there. And I feel like it will be kind of after maybe some time of like, it's not going to come out immediately. That's not going to be the first thing that you talk about. It's not going to be the first thing that, what leads to a conversation or a text message or whatever. It feels like you guys will talk, like have a few little conversations or a few text messages here and there. And then somewhere in between that, you're going to shoot your shot. You might be a bit hesitant of what this person is going to say. I feel like this person may give you like a positive response, and then it could be like, okay, maybe things are potentially going to happen, and you might have to pull back or kind of like wait for this person to give you a concrete yes. But I don't feel like it's going to be, I don't feel like it's going to be a long wait to hear back from this person or get some type of clear answer whether or not they're available to meet up with you. This feels like to me like some type of text message or something, like, or instant message, something that it's like you're typing and it's a back and forth thing. I don't feel like it's a phone conversation. This, or even an in-person conversation where you ask, you know, like, oh, what are you up to, or what are you doing, or I was thinking about doing this. I don't see it coming from that. It feels more like a text message to me. That's the feeling that I get from this. So yeah. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. So the potential, the opportunity to actually like ground a meetup or for you guys to do something together is there, but I feel like you have to initiate it and be confident about your approach. Not be hasty or pushy, but just like, you know, just be assertive and put it out there and be light about it, you know, not too heavy. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Hopefully that resonates. Or that was helpful to you, at least, I hope. Miss Alexis. So yeah, that was your read, sis. I hope you enjoy your weekend. And be safe. And I'll talk to you in divine time. Alright. So let's move on to the next read, which is Anonymous L. You know who you are. Because you requested to be anonymous, so you know. After this read, I have some spaces available for if you guys want to submit a question or two, or however many questions you'd like to ask. You can either pay via PayPal, my website, or via Cash App. All the information should either be pinned in the chat section or in the description. Okay. All right. So Anonymous L, this is your reading. All right, Anonymous L. Okay, so your question is, what is your crush's intentions with you? You don't want to waste your time on someone with bad intentions. That's understandable. All right, let's see. All right, Holy Spirit, after our previous energies and messages, ask for divine protection and divine wisdom and truth clarity. What this crush's intentions are with her in question. What is this person's intentions? Hey, Aqua, how are you? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Alright, let's see. What's this person's intentions? What's this person's intentions? King of Cups, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, and the Two of Cups. I'm not really getting like intent right off the bat. Like I'm kind of getting like this person's energy, like what they're on, you know, romantically, what they, you know, maybe what their intentions are just with love, period, or where they're at with love, their personality a little bit. I feel like this person is a good-hearted person, a kind-hearted person. I feel like this person, though, like, to be honest, they feel a little bit self-focused or self-driven. Like, they're not really focused on love. And this person could have a lot of different priorities. They may also have a lot of options when it comes to love, too, I feel like. But their love energy, like, where they're at with romance is, like, they're open potentially to something with, like, just in general, not specifically with anyone, like, in particular, but they are open for love in a sense, but at the same time, like, their focus and their aim and their vision is more so focused on self-progression. And the Seven of Cups tells me that this person has a lot of things that maybe they are considering in their life that they would like to place their focus and their energy on. And another thing too, I feel like this person potentially has, you know, people maybe that they are considering getting to know, or people that are interested in them, so they kind of have their pick of who they want. So there's something about this person that does come across as kind of like a highly desirable person, or someone that might be a little bit popular or knows, you know, a few people, or have a lot of associates or something like that. Maybe a lot of, what's the right word? Like admirers. A lot of admirers that they have. But as far as their intentions with you, it's not telling me really. I'm going to pull two more. Let me just pull some more cards. Eight of Wands. The Emperor. Yeah, I feel, to be honest, like it's not telling me. Like this person's energy is not aimed towards a particular person. Like they might show some type of interest, and if not, then that's most likely why. In some cases, because their energy is not aimed towards love, really. So they might like fancy you, you know, in a sense, or find you attractive, or, you know, find you interesting as far as like association goes. But like them pointing their attention towards this particular person, I don't see that. Seems like their aim, their focus, their intentions, their goals is towards set towards self with this emperor. Because if you think about it, the emperor card is actually the Aries energy. Aries rules the first house. First house is all about self, right? And identity and the I am, right? So that's what I get from this. I don't see that this person is a player or anything or leading you on. My advice with this would be, if there's an opportunity to kind of build a friendship with this person, to go about it in that way. But I'm not really seeing like this person has any intentions at all, actually, because that's not their focus. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, to be honest, that's really the gist of it. I can't force it to be an intention if I don't see that. You know what I mean? So to be honest, I feel like this person is completely self-driven and self-focused at this time. It's like a heavy importance on maybe setting something in motion for themselves, or they're very ambitious, or there's something, that a goal or maybe multiple goals that they wish to accomplish. And if something happens to come into play or to fall into place for them romantically, I feel like they wouldn't shun it away, but they're not pursuing it, they're not chasing it, they're not sweating anything romantically. So that's what I'm getting from that. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. So this person's not closed off to love, but that's just not their focus right now. Okay. All right. So, um, why does it feel like my deck is like upside down? All right, so that's the read for you, Anonymous L. Mm-hmm. Huh? This one might be getting out of your way for your real one. What do you mean? Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're talking about her read. I think that's what you mean. You're referring to her reading. Yeah. Yeah, and I wouldn't, I'm not going to say, like, don't waste your time, but, like, yeah, like, if, you know what I mean? Alright, so, yeah, that was the reads. I still have room for another reads, or a few reads, actually, because I only had two so far, so if anybody's interested, otherwise, I'm just going to hop on out of here. What is this? Oh, it's YouTube. Oh, yeah. No, I got you after a while. Yes, potentially. Um, yeah, so if you guys like to submit a question, I'll give you guys a minute. If not, then I guess we can just shut this down early. And make me some hot tea, like make me some hot turmeric and honey and lemon tea, like, yes indeed. And I still have to give those decks away, like, because I already got the I already sent out, what's it called, the, what's his name, the Edgar Allan Poe deck to the winner. She got her deck. So the other two decks is still sitting here. Like, the Hoodoo deck has not been claimed. You're welcome. The Hoodoo deck has not been claimed. Neither has the Soul Connections. I can't remember. It's like a long title with that Love Oracle deck that I was giving away. So it has not been claimed. So I'm just kind of like, okay. Somebody got to claim it. So I might do another giveaway with that soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it during one of these like live reads, like the happy hours and the mini love reads, I might just do something completely different, something fun. I don't know. We'll see. If nobody claims those two decks, because the hoodoo deck for sure, like it's really a acquired taste type of deck. Like it's not probably a deck that's going to be for everybody. You know what I mean? So I definitely want the right person that's meant to have it to have it. The Soul Connection deck is a little bit more of like a beginner friendly deck, I would say. Yeah, it's a really cool deck. Like I just at this time I don't really see fit for it right now. And then the Soul Connections deck, I don't really resonate with it. I feel like it's a little too beginner friendly for me, if that makes sense. Like it slightly reminds me of the Romance Angels, not quite, or not really so much. Maybe the way that it can get kind of burnt out. Like when you use the Romance Angels deck, a little. I'm using a little bootleg one. The This is like a bootleg version. It's a smaller version of the real deck, and I have two sets of the real versions. One was donated to me. One I bought was as one of my first decks. One of my very first decks was actually the Romance Angels deck. So I have two of the original versions, and I have this little bootleg one, which I like it because I can take it with me. I can do love readings on the go for people. If somebody got a love question, I could pull these out. But these cards get kind of lame after a while. Like if you use them too much, like they're very redundant, and there's not a lot of shadow energy in here to go off of. It's too fluffy for me sometimes. Depending on how you read it, but if you don't want to get caught up on just the meanings on what it says right here, and you look at the imagery, you could go in a little bit deeper and a little bit further into the reading. But with that Soul Connections deck, it kind of reminds me of like an independent deck, like that some readers, you know, how they make like twin flame decks and stuff like that, and then they put the pictures and stuff. It kind of reminds me of that. I do believe that that deck is an independent one. Let me see, where is it at? It's over here on my, if I can get it. I got all kind of stuff, all kind of decks over here in the way. Hold on. I showed it to y'all, I think, on the mini love read. But anyway, you guys get the gist. It's a very easy deck to read. Like, that's the good thing about it. Like, if you're intimidated by, like, feeling like you can't read for yourself, or it's too complicated, like trying to, like, learn the meanings of tarot or something like that, the mini, or not the mini love reads, the Soul Connections Oracle deck, it has the guidebook meanings. It has the meanings on the strip of the bottom of the deck, and it has, like, a lot of pictures on it. So you can kind of put two and two together, or you could just go ahead and look in the guidebook if you're a beginner. But I feel like it's easy to read that deck, to be honest. Like anybody could read that. Like 5-year-old could probably read that deck, but I wouldn't suggest that, but you know. So that one I would say probably would, you know, be fitting for anyone that may be interested in doing their own reads or reading, or for someone else, or just for fun or something like that, or just to get some quick messages. But that hoodoo one, I don't feel like that deck is for everybody. So I'm going to figure out a way to, you know, do the giveaway. Because if no one claims them by tomorrow, I'm just going to continue, you know, doing the giveaway. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to log off because it doesn't seem like anybody is in for a read tonight or a question. So I'm going to hop on out of here and get out of y'all way, because y'all probably getting a little bit too much of me. So I'm gonna get off, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video or the next